when I got released, it was immediate release. I was in the shower, and my counselor yelled my name, and I was like, "What's up?" He said, "You trying to go?" I'm like, "Man, whatever. All right, you're not gonna leave." I didn't even get a chance to bathe, man. I just jumped out the shower.
Damn.
Let's go.
What was your plans that day? You about to go to chow? You was like, I'm about to go holler at so-and-so later on?
Let me tell you what's crazy. Listen, doing chow, right? All right, because when the judge resentenced me, he said 30 days because he gave the prosecutor a chance to contact the victim's family because I got 2 bodies. So he give them a chance to get their statement of how they feel about me getting out. Yeah. So I go to R&D, and I was like, he was like, "Terrance, you gonna be getting out this year?" I said, "No, I'm supposed to be getting me released." He said, "No, the way I did my calculation, at least 50 guys in the dome." And I was like, "How much time you have?" And because I had a license, so I didn't have good time. So I would write down how much time they have. I would write down, and I say, "Do you get out around this time?" It was like, "Yeah." So I'm like, "Well, how does man calculate my time wrong?" So I did my own calculation. I waited till after the holiday was over with, after the first. So the third, I go to him and I say, "Man, what's up with my thing? Can you send it to," because Grand Prairie, Texas is the one who do our calculation in the Fed.
Yeah.
So he was telling me, "Yeah, I contacted them. They told me how to do your time, blah, blah, blah." So I went to pull out a paper. He was like, "Nah, man, me and your calculation gonna be different." So I was like, "Well, man, listen, math is the same all around the United States, man." I said, well, can you please fax my paperwork to Grand Prairie and let them decide? He was like, "Give it here." So I gave it to him. He came back. He was like, "Yeah, I sent it to him." So he gave me a copy back. I was walking with my partner, Baby from Florida. I said, "Man, that man ain't do that, man." I said, "He lying, man." So I go to the unit, and we in my cell, we just chilling. I was a little frustrated, but I was like, "Well, man, it's done already." So I said, "I'm gonna get in the shower." So I go jump in the shower, man, like 30 minutes later. From the time I went to him, talking to myself, and got in the shower, my counselor called my name. And before I could, because you get in the shower, let the hot water soothe you first. Yeah. Man, I ain't get a chance to bathe. I was like, that can wait.
I heard you mention that that Trump first act is the reason why you were even eligible to be able to be out earlier.
Yeah, the first step act. He signed that December of 2018. And what it is a motion that you filed. I'm gonna post it in my documentary. It's called a First Step Act, whereas it's called extraordinary compelling reasons. Whereas a lot of us back in the day, they had the mandatory crack law and guidelines. So in 2008, when they changed the guideline, they made it advisory. So now what Trump did was, okay, I'm gonna pass this law, but it's still up to the judge to release you. So what they do is they'll say, okay, he has this amount of drugs. Okay, because keep in mind, I was charged with an 848, a continuing criminal enterprise. That's a kingpin status.
Exactly.
I was one of the youngest ones to be charged with that. But the problem is, I only talked to the people in New York for conspiracy to 6 ounces of heroin. So now how you gonna give me a kingpin charge and I got this 6 ounces of heroin?
Yeah, like.
But the problem was, I had so many murders for the state, and there was so much stuff going on in my city, so they was like, okay, he young, we're gonna put this charge on him, and maybe he gonna give up cash money or give up some stuff we think he know. Because I was young at the time, I didn't know nothing about this law. So over the years, as I started reading and studying law, I got ticked off. Like, man, people didn't trick me. Damn. Because you gotta have 5 or more workers. The 5 or more people they have on my indictment, and I plan to post that in my documentary, You're gonna see 3 of the people were from New York that was giving me the drugs. One of the guys, in my phone conversations, I said, "Hey man, how you met these people? Where they from? Tell them I'm coming to New York." I just shot to New York without them inviting me there. It's like 6 people. Then I had one girl on my case from Tennessee, and I used to use her to jack other drug dealers. So they took all these people and used as a 5 or more workers for me, man. But they railroaded me. But I know now, and I can help the people now, man. Yeah. Because they tricked me.
And I want to ask you,